Hi, I'm doing a check-in and a reading for some big stuff that's going on. um, it occurs to me that I have been in a rather static state. It's not the same as being stuck in a rut. I don't feel like I've been stuck in a rut. Mars is retrograde, so I've been very slow with getting things done. I just have not been really able to focus on being really creative. I've been very much in the moment and just going with the flow of how I feel on any given day, which is great. It's very relaxing. It's a very fun way to live. However, when it comes to actually kind of getting something accomplished, I've not. But I've started focusing more on what I desire, and doing some exercises to understand what it is that I desire. And I have come to embrace my true desires without limitation, which is really challenging because I'm seeing a lot of resistance and a lot of fear come up about my ability to achieve the things that I desire, which is great. You know, if you don't ever really go in and do your work to find out, what your fears are, what your limitations are, then you don't ever know. And you just kind of go on doing things the way you've always done them. And you never know if you really have the power in you to be the person you desire to be and to do the things you desire to do. So I've had to go in and reassess my goals. So my reading that I'll be doing right now is based on my goals and really achieving the dream, and really my dream is so simple. And this is the thing that makes it like, well, what are you afraid of? Like, I don't get it. And my dream is to write, to just write whatever it is I'm writing, whether it's the novel or it's an article or whatever. That's how I would desire to live my life, writing and doing my spiritual coaching, doing my psychic coaching and my intuition coaching. I love that stuff. That's how I desire to spend the bulk of my day. At the same time, I desire to have a life that's rich with friendship and romance, with great experiences. I love traveling and I love adventures. I love music. I desire to have this life that's rich with living, and creativity. I want to live. And that's it. And it's so fucking simple, when I think about it, when I say it, when I articulate it, when I get myself into the vortex of it, it just sounds so simple. And yet, ego, because I'm not doing like a regular job, my ego is really up in arms. My ego is just like, yeah, but this, and you need stability, and you need this to happen. And honestly, it doesn't feel right anymore. All that stuff, every time my ego starts telling me that I need to fit into the old paradigm, I'm talking the old earth paradigm and the old Keisha paradigm, I have a physical negative reaction. I'm just not feeling it. So what I am embarking on right now, this rebirth period, I'm giving birth to a new way of being. I'm giving birth to a part of me that is an artist, that is highly creative, that is bold, that takes big risks, and that lives life without seeing the safety net, even though I intuit the safety net. I'm not going to where I see a safety net. I'm just creating and trusting that the universe has my back. I'm trusting that God has my back. This is different for me because I've always trusted that I've had my back. Like me, this mind, my wits, figuring things out. And now I don't think anymore. I'm really learning how to not think. And it's very different, it's a very different way of being. And I like it. It's liberating. But it's also, I still have an ego and I still have fear and I have to manage that. So my reading is just on what I've just said. And I don't know what the fuck I've just said, but here's a card to match it. And I'm using my beloved Avalon Oracle, Avalon Wisdom deck. And the card I've gotten is the Grail Knight. And it says romance, illusion, and seeking the sacred. This card is about it's a really amazing card because it's about having your heart as the primary goal, which is what I've just said. I want to live. I don't want to think. I want to live. I want to experience. I want to live through my heart. And this card is about seeking the Holy Grail, but not outside of oneself. I'm not going around the world traveling to try to find myself. I don't identify with the archetype of the seeker because I don't feel that it's about seeking. I think, and I know a lot of people will disagree with me, but it's not about seeking something outside of myself. It's about knowing that everything is right here. I don't have to seek this. What I have to do with this is feel this. I have to allow this. I have to open up and allow myself to shine and to come through and to guide. That's what I desire. And the Grail Knight is one that's searching for the purity of heart, which once the heart is understood, and again, it's not that it's sought like, oh, I found it, I got it, now I am an evolved being. No, the heart is constantly changing. This inner light, this love, this beacon is constantly expanding to include the moment of where we are exactly right now. So it's kind of elusive, but it's not really the right word because elusive means that there's kind of like you'll never capture it. But the fact is, it is captured in the sense that it's here. It's captured right here, but it's the essence is that it has to flow. It has to be experienced, which is why the mind cannot participate in this life. The mind can't come in because the mind wants to put things in categories and make answers and make plans and make things happen. And don't get me wrong, the mind has a wonderful role to play in living, but if the mind comes first, then the living is limited by the constructs of the mind and the mind's own self-imposed limitations. The thing is, you can't really live your life through your mind without having the heart as the driving force, at least not for me. And for the people who are like me, who really desire to experience and to feel and to revel in all the dimensions, all the facets of life. So my this card for me, I'm going to go back to the card, going back to the reading. It says, when the Grail Knight appears, he lets you know that your own beauty, perfection, and innermost desires may be reflected in the mirror that is held up by the love of another. Indeed, love is in the air. Perhaps it is also a time for you to fall in love with yourself. If you don't, you run the risk of attracting the same affirmation from the outside world. Love attracts love. Be love and you shall find love. And that's exciting for me because this is the first time ever that I actually feel like a full love for myself first. And again, it's not that I have perfected love of myself. It's just I'm in a relationship with myself that I've never had before. Like, I know who I am, meaning my I am presence. I know that I am not my ego. I know I'm not my flaws. I know I'm not my mistakes. I know I'm not my history. I know I'm not my future. I know that I am simply a being of light and I am down here on earth having a human experience. I came into this earth as an Aquarius, as an African American woman with 4C hair and, a uterus that or a body that expresses itself through uterine fibroids, that expresses its discontent through uterine fibroids and through eczema. I know that's kind of a weird thing to say, but this is a part of my experience. And in order for me to be in a relationship with myself that is high vibrational, I have to understand the truth of who I am. I am always the light, but I am the light expressed as Keisha Payne, changed her name to Crystal Lynn Bell, African American woman, 4C hair, uterine fibroids, eczema, blah, blah, blah. It's the lightness, who I am, how I look, and the shadow, the uterine fibroids, the eczema, and the energetics that are driving the shadow. It's the light and the shadow that make up who I am in this dimension. But it doesn't change the inner core radiance of who I am, which is light, which is joy, peace, high vibrational love. So this Grail Knight that comes forth with its offer of romance and seeking the higher vibration of experience through the heart center is perfect for me. There is no other card that could have come forth that expresses the depth of the emotion I feel and the joy I feel toward life and living right now. So that's my reading. I'm kind of all over the place with it, but that's good. It is what it is. I'm going to go ahead and post this, and if you're reading this, if it resonates with you, fantastic. Thank you so much for listening. Yeah, and I want to ask you to please subscribe to my channel, and please give me a thumbs up on this video, whether you like it or not. I'm just kidding. If you don't like it, give me a thumbs down. Let me know. Give me the feedback. I am not afraid of your feedback because I love you. You're me. If you're giving me a negative feedback, it's because you're reflecting an aspect of me that, feels like this. So fine. Even though I feel like this right now, you could be feeling like this. And so we come together and we make this. What this is, I have no fucking idea, but it doesn't matter. It's cool. I just made that shit up. All right. Bless you, my friends, with a big open heart. Namaste.